Hello, my name is Professor Walter Bloom. I'm a PBL tutor here at St Michael's School of Health. A friend of mine, Frank Bate, asked if I could share my views on PBL, in particular on the extent to which I believe that our processes are consistent with principles of constructive alignment. I'm familiar with the work of Professor John Biggs and embrace the notion that learning outcomes should be in complete harmony with learning activities and assessment practices. However, there are some issues here at St Michael's that cause me discomfort. Firstly, learning outcomes. There are a plethora of learning outcomes that have emerged at the School of Health across all domains. In my view, some of these learning outcomes are crucially important, some less so. My latest problem, for example, which was concerned with body defence mechanisms, included 37 learning outcomes across 4 domains. These needed to be covered in 3 tutorials. I have to make some tough decisions about how much can be covered and to what depth. There is certainly a difference between the formal curriculum and the taught curriculum. There is another issue that makes learning outcomes in PBL a little difficult, and that is that they should be arrived at by the student, not teachers. The whole idea of PBL is that students appraise their own knowledge gaps. Because we have already planned and resourced the learning outcomes that we believe that students will arrive at, we need to make sure that they actually do. This requires strong facilitation and frankly makes it all a bit of a game. Learning activities. The instructional method is PBL. I've got no control over this. I can't spoon feed the students, although this is what they want in many cases. All I can do is present a series of triggers and pose questions to generate discussion and student engagement around these triggers. If students aren't interested and do not buy into the PBL process, there's not a lot I can do. Assessment. I have no role in contributing to summative assessment here at St Michael's, and I don't know how the learning that emanates from PBL is assessed. So if you're asking me about how our PBL processes are underpinned by the principles of constructive alignment, the short answer is I don't know. I'm selective about learning outcomes that the students can actually sensibly address in the time period. I'm hamstrung by the instructional method adopted at the university, and I'm more or less in the dark in relation to assessment. I have no control over the variables of constructive alignment. Perhaps there's somebody at the university that has the big picture. I certainly hope so.